What it do, folks? What it do? It is this is Victory Road, the gaming podcast, with your boy Husky Hokage and the man the Dub. This
Yes,
is our first
sir.
episode. Man, what's been up with you?
Not much, man. Just out here in these adult streets.
Man, don't we can go on all about these adult trees. It's it's hard. It's hard out, but we'll hold off on that and talk. We're doing this to talk about something we both have a big passion for, which is gaming. So to needless to say, we're gonna kind of jump in. I'll let you kind of introduce yourself. Tell us maybe tell everybody a little bit about where you started from gaming, first stuff like that.
Government name's Brandon William Dunning. The dub comes from the William. You don't know. Everybody always wants to know where the dub comes from. It comes from the William. Uh, uh, my first gaming system outside of a Game Boy was probably a PlayStation, then Nintendo. Then it just kind of went from there. Played them all. Played them all while I was growing up. But I was kind of a release from life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I've been a gamer for. I've gamed more in my life than I have not gamed in my life. Put it like that.
Same, Brad. My first actual system, I remember I had a OG Nintendo, like the first Nintendo, first
The
game
gray
system.
one, the little gray box.
Yes. My mama bought me. I got that. And I had the cunt. Like I'm old, so that was my first gaming system, man. But
Yeah. Fun fact, I actually found one of them bad boys in the closet one time, but I ain't had no games or plugs for it. So it's probably
man,
still in there too. But
it's I bought my boys we got my boys for Christmas when they bought the mini Nintendo out or whatever.
yeah,
I bought them
yeah,
one of those. We played through some of the stuff that was on there, and we bought Super Nintendo. But yeah. So I've been, like you said, as you said, I've been gaming. I've probably been gaming more. I've been gaming more years than I have been not gaming. Like literally, from the time I was 5, it, I've been gaming. So yeah. But
yeah.
we gonna get into it. Since this is the first episode, we got a few things on the docket we're gonna talk about tonight. So we'll get into it. Uh, uh what up, Wyatt? What up? It's the Sensei of the
What's up,
Syndicate.
Wyatt?
What's going on, Wyatt? So we'll get into it tonight. Just a little first topic. Just kind of jumping in. So we can jump on a PlayStation. Um, but
Sony Sensei, man.
yeah. You are the Sony Sensei. That's your
Sony Sensei.
that's that, that's your squad. Don't get me wrong. I love Sony as well. PlayStation. I been enjoying PlayStation a lot lately. But so they did come out. Sony did come out and report that they're coming out with a new PS5 next year. I think it's next year in 2023.
Yeah, like the PS5 Slim. Yeah.
Yes, and it's gonna have detachable hard drive. What's going on?
Detachable. I think it's a
Disk
detachable
drive.
hard drive, disk
Yes,
drive. Okay.
disk drive. What's going on, Fluffy?
Fluffy, what's good with you?
Looks like we got got somebody to join the stream for the night. Let me go ahead and add them from the Blerd Syndicate as well. Joining us is good old Captain Obvious. What's up, Stephen?
What's
Good,
happening?
Cap.
How you brothers doing?
Doing
Blessed,
good,
man.
man.
Can't complain.
At
I
all.
don't even know what the show is about tonight. Tell me what it's about.
Okay. So this is actually being kind of me and the Dove show. We're doing this is a gaming centric podcast. It's called Victory Road, and we're gonna be talking about gaming. That's basically it.
Oh, snap. All right.
Yeah. So you can either stay if you want to tune, if you want to go, join the crowd, or you want to stay on, and it's up to you, man.
Is this the first episode?
Yes, it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Yes, it is.
Oh, snap. Oh, man. I've always wanted to crash a party, but this is good enough for me. This is a good enough crash. You guys are going to be great.
Appreciate it.
I guess I'll go to KB's page and chat with y'all there a little bit.
Bet. No problem.
Do great.
Appreciate it, man. So it's next year Sony's going to be dropping a PS5 Slim, basically with a detachable hard drive. How you feel about that?
I'm kind of biased because I already have my PS5. So to
Yeah.
be quite honest, I give a damn what anybody else. All my people, they got their PS5, so I really give a damn about what anybody else do with their PS5. Like I could probably say 90 to 95% of my people that I would game would have their PS5. So unselfishly, I'm like, all right, that's cool because people who are not getting the system have a better chance of getting it. But at the same time, it's kind of like, why are you coming out with another PS5 when you don't have the regular PS5 still in stores? And then with the detachable hard drive, you guys made this big push about like, hey, if you don't get it, like if you got the PS5 digital, you won't be able to play disc-based games. So like you made that big push for that, and now you're probably gonna turn around and sell this detachable disc drive for $100, and essentially they would have paid the full price for the disc-based version. So it's kind of like making up that money that you possibly lost trying to go cheap. So it's just kind of like one of those things. It's kind of like, is this really for the consumer? Is it another marketing ploy? But like I said, I don't really get into all that just because it's kind of like you gonna get my money. I'm the type of person. If I like it, I'm gonna buy it. Don't put a price tag on there. I'm gonna go into my allowance. I'm gonna go get it.
Hey, I feel it. So, I feel that. And I'm with you as well. And definitely, Fluff, you can definitely come join the next episode. But back to what you were saying, I completely agree. With me having my PS5 and stuff like that, but it's like I see what they're trying to do, and I think it's gonna cut down on the I guess the parts they have to use for it. That's one of the reasons they're doing it or whatever, and selling the hard drive separately. They'll be able to get more PS5s out there. But they did make a promise, or Sony has made a substantial increase in their PS5s. Like you're able to find, I've seen just over the past few months, I've been getting emails of more, hey, we're gonna be dropping on Sony the Rip, we're gonna be dropping PS5 on Sony. I've seen more emails about that lately or recently, and they made their promise to say they're gonna be doing it. They made a promise, I think, at like in the first part of the year, saying they're gonna increase production of PS5s and get more out there in the wild, basically. And so from my knowledge and from what I've seen, it has increased a lot. So it for the people that hasn't been able to get their hands on one, I'm not sure if it's
trying.
Yeah, I can kind of say that. My boy from the 2020 podcast, Sir, said I'm too poor. But hey man,
so you gonna sound like you need to go sell some ass, man. Ass hot commodity. Go sell some, get that money up, man. Get your money up. Don't get your funny up. You feel me?
So Captain Steven just left said, what makes PS5 better than the PC? So you want to take that?
I'm gonna give him bullshit because I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so
I've been saying I'm gonna get a PC, but it's like I just don't.
Start taking
it
your
will
advice.
Break me.
OnlyFans coming soon.
He said it. LLC OnlyFans coming soon.
But so in my opinion, I am a console gamer. For me, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the PC. I know PC claims to be the master race for a lot of things, and like the only thing about PC is you buying those parts and things like that. It's buying them, and then see I'm not with it. I want all my stuff right now. I want all my stuff to come in one package, and all I gotta do is plug and play. That's what I want right now.
So I'll be homeless messing with a PC because I would convince myself, hey, Dub, that graphics card, you need it. But Dub, you just bought another graphics card. Fuck that. Get that other graphics card, Dub. You deserve it. And now I haven't paid rent.
Bro,
yeah.
And that's exactly how it is with PCs, man. You buy one graphics card or buy stuff, and then literally maybe 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line, they're coming out with a new graphics card that's better than yours. So it's like, and you go, and like you said, convince yourself like, I need to get that new one, even though I just got this one. I need to go get that new one. So
Nah,
But
that ain't bad. That ain't bad.
see, that's why I say
Yeah.
I'm cool with console gaming. Now, I did switch. I personally I have switched over to gaming on a monitor instead of my TV. Like my Xbox is still connected to my TV. My PS5 and my Switch are connected to a monitor. I actually just got a new monitor. Mostly for working on my own stuff that I'm doing with my coding, but it's gonna double as my gaming monitor. So and it's got HDR. Doesn't have like a full 4K, but it gets at a good refresh rate HDR. So I'm in love with that right now. So, but yeah.
See, I think I'm just kind of old school, like all that 4K, all that other stuff, 8K. Just slap it on the big TV for me. That's all I need. Slap it on the big TV and
Hey,
let it
whatever.
play good.
Hey, whatever worked. But sir said you enjoy building. You get the joy of being hands on and upgrading the system yourself. It's like working on your own car.
I
Hey,
hate working on my own car. I hate working on
hey, I can understand that.
my dumb self. I always get the most randomest cars. Before, and we go on to the next topic. When I was in college, I had a Chrysler 300, old school pimp type of car. Couldn't tell me nothing. The alternator went out on this car, right? You know, most cars alternator sit right there, top of the hood, don't take much, take it off, put it back on. My car, it was like in the middle of the car, like by the engine or something. And since it was an older car, it didn't just like unscrew. You had to like pressure, like pry it off. Like it took me like 3 days to finally get that alternator off. I don't like working on my own car. I don't like working on my own car.
Hey, I can understand. I don't mind the little stuff, the maintenance stuff, certain things, man. But yeah, I ain't big on that. But so Sir asks, is there a big difference with a gaming monitor? The only thing I can really say is like what I've been experiencing, what I use mine for is that like most gaming monitors they have like a higher refresh rate. But just for me, as far as overall experience, I've been playing my PS5 and my PS5. Most times I'm playing on my PS5, I'm playing like single player games, like and just being able to sit there and have it in front of you and like I said, as long as you got one with a good HDR quality or whatever the case may be, it looks good. The games look good, it plays good, and like I said, with the refresh rate, everything is really smooth. So that's from my experience. So yeah. But we can move on to the next topic or whatever. You know, we're gonna kind of stay in the same realm with Sony, but so it is a rumor. This is a rumor. This is a PlayStation is delaying their state of play because of the CMA inquiry that's going on. So just a little backstory for people that don't know. So right now, Microsoft / Xbox is trying to make the purchase of Activision Blizzard. So that means they would own
Call of Duty,
Diablo,
Overwatch in there too, somewhere.
Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, all of that. They were there.
I didn't think about Candy Crush.
Yeah, and see, to be honest, Microsoft is buying it basically to get a foothold or to get their foot in the mobile is actually the reason why they're buying it. It's more so for that than Call of Duty. So right now it is, I think in Brazil passed it, they okayed them buying it, but right now it's over in England with the CMA, and they are basically because of Sony, I ain't gonna say tampering, because of Sony or Jim Ryan saying, "Hey, I don't think they should get this," or I think that this is gonna cause
gaming.
Basically, it's gonna ruin gaming. It's not good for the consumer, blase, and they're causing the CMA to kind of look into the deal. So it's kind of put it on hold. Microsoft it's really like two kids in kindergarten arguing over crayons. Like he did this or that's my crayon. That's basically what it is. But Microsoft came back and said something to the fact of it is consumer. I forgot CMA stands for. Steven asked what the CMA. It's like consumer something. I have to look up the actual. Actually, I mean, I go ahead and do that. You got it.
Got you. Why you?
Okay.
Yeah, I look it up.
So
why you do that?
Yeah, appreciate it. So
I thought it was Country Music Awards at first.
not that CMA, the England CMA. It's the CMA England. But Microsoft came back and said his base said,
Competition and Markets Authority.
yeah, that's what it is. Thank you, sir. So Xbox or Microsoft has came back and said, well, look at what PlayStation does, which is, and granted, PlayStation does have a way of doing things like they have been. It's came out that they've been paying companies to keep games off Game Pass. They're doing such and such. Like PlayStation is the number one market leader in console sales, and they as they said, Microsoft said in stats show that even if Call of Duty went exclusive, and every player that plays Call of Duty on PlayStation left and went to Xbox, PlayStation would still have the number one foothold in console sales. But so they're basically saying like PlayStation is number one, Microsoft is playing the victim, like we're at the bottom, we're this, we're that, and so I think, like I said, this is a rumor, but so to keep the saying, or to keep the heat off themselves, or to say we're not not good. We're not good. We're not all, yeah, we're struggling. So we're not gonna have a state of play. And with one of the biggest games of the year coming out in
God of War.
within a week or so, God of War Ragnarok. There's been no state of play. Like they haven't had a state of play for that. Spider-Man 2 supposed to be coming out next year. There hasn't been anything on that. Wolverine's supposed to be coming out. Like there hasn't been
Nice little anything remake.
Yes, but did they? Well, look, I have to look into that. But that's why I'm like this. Once again, it's a rumor, but I think it's some truth behind that rumor. They're delaying their state of play because they don't want to put any attention on themselves from the CMA or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a PG way to say this, but I'm just gonna say F it and say it how I was gonna say it anyway. Somebody else told me but basically someone been showing they got the big dick, and now they trying to act like, hey man, it ain't big you think it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
that's the best way to explain it. That's the best way to explain it.
It's not as big as you think it is, man. Look, Microsoft packing over there too. You know what I'm saying? They got Call of Duty swinging. What we supposed to do? They took our Viagra away. You feel me?
That's what both sides have been doing, man. They've been doing we doing. Both sides been playing the victim. They've been going back and forth, arguing over nothing, basically. Like, and I honestly think the deal is probably going to go through. But and like Microsoft said, if they would lose more money if they took Call of Duty off PlayStation. Like once again, PlayStation is the number one market leader. A lot of people play Call of Duty on PlayStation. Like it's there, and they would lose so much money if they took it off PlayStation. So,
and I agree with you. And then on top of that, and this probably was already in the works, I'm not sure, but they bought Bethesda and they have a Fallout 4 remake, and it's still coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, and I saw some people were saying about they did mention that in a report came out of some of the CMA findings, and they said that Microsoft will buy something and they won't put it on PlayStation. But now I will say, to Microsoft's credit, when they bought Bethesda, they never stated they weren't gonna make anything exclusive. Like Fallout 4, I don't know, like Starfield is going exclusive. Now, granted, it is a report or a rumor that there is a Starfield build for the PlayStation, but once again, it's probably never going to see the light of day. But that doesn't mean like the next Fallout down the line won't be coming to PlayStation. So, but I know, like I said, the remake or the remaster they're doing next year is going to be coming to PlayStation. So,
and I'm gonna buy it. I'm heated.
So, well, speaking of Fallout, we'll jump off because we'll stay on Sony. So the next topic is the Sony remakes or remasters, as they say. So we just had Last of Us remake. This is a remake of a game that was recently remade, a few years ago for the PS4. Like, and they remade it for the PS5 or whatever the case may be. And I understand they were going, trying to get interest or whatever in the actual movie. And or not the show that's going to be coming out on HBO Max next year. But charging, my only problem with it was, once again, it's still I didn't play it, but I watched a YouTuber I follow play it, and it looks good. Same, story's still the same. They didn't change story. They updated some stuff, made the gameplay mechanics and things like that. But the fact that you're charging $70 for this game, and it bothered me.
It came out 2 or 3 times already.
Sir said he's playing Fallout 4 right now on his PC. So
tell him I hope he catch a bug. Hope he game crash. Play that. I'm too much of what you say, but yeah, I don't like that either, because like I think it's kind of, and this is kind of like a far stretch. It's kind of like, I think eventually what's going to happen with gaming, with all these remakes and redos of old games, you're not even giving us the games we really want. You're not even giving us the games like we want. Like, people been crying for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 remake. Like, people been, and granted, it's probably more license issue stuff with that more so than anything. But you're not even giving folks, like, who said like, hey, give us Last of Us again for the 3rd time? Like, nobody actually like. Granted, I just finished Last of Us Part 2 probably a year ago or so.
Yeah,
like, and it was like I said, and that on PS4 to PS5 it looked great, played great, all that good stuff. But why would I go back and play? Granted, I'm kind of a one and done type of guy unless I just absolutely love it, and I love Last of Us, but I only love it enough to play a sequel. I'm not going to go through all that again.
I guess.
So it's kind of one of the things where, like, you really just kind of milking the kind of like, oh, we gave you the PS5 upgrade, but what if we gave you the PS5 real game this time? Well, you like that, won't you? And it's like, nah, bro, I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. Mm-mm. Nah.
You said Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinets getting remade for $450.
If I can't put it on their TV, I don't want it. Not for no $450. I still got my PS3 now. Nah, I boot that up.
Hey, why I say I'm tired of the remaking itch too, or remastering.
Persona 5. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm with you, because it's a rumor out that they are going to either remake or remaster Horizon Zero Dawn. That's what, like I said, they just came out in 2017, 2016, whatever it was. So,
bro, they're remastering games that are already like 10 years old. Like Last of Us Part 1. I was in college. I'm not that far removed from college.
Yeah, and see, that's what I say. Some certain things, games that are old, or that's not on, hasn't been on the current or the next gen, like those. I think you could just maybe some of those classic games deserve like remasters or remakes. But like Sir said, the only remake we want is Metal Gear Solid. That's it.
I agree with you. I'm changing my name to Solid Dub. Solid Dub. That's me for the rest of the night.
Horizon Zero Dawn got screenshots already. See, like they're and they go. I'm pretty sure that's gonna come out, because granted I think they're coming out with a Netflix series or Netflix show for it, but it's gonna be $70, and it's like, come on. Like $70.
The only reason I would buy that, because I never played Horizon Zero Dawn.
I have it. I have it on my PS. I have it on in my library. I started and it's fun. I gotta finish it. But yeah, I'm okay with remastering some things. Like what they're doing with Resident Evil games.
That's gonna get old, because like, bro, I don't even feel like Resident Evil 4 needed a remake. And like 2 and 3, cool. 2 and 3, I was like, okay, 2 and 3, cool. 4, it's like, yeah, that's still kind of fresh, bro. Like, yeah, that's still kind of fresh to me, in my opinion. I wasn't mad at Final Fantasy X remaster either, because I got a chance to put it on my PlayStation 5, and I'm thinking about buying it for my Switch.
And see, so Sir said, you think the remakes are happening because they feel Xbox is gonna start pulling exclusives? I'm not, and so let me answer this. in the best way I can think of. I don't know. I'm saying, and I'll say that because of Sony's has been so good at creating or building their portfolio
AAA
with the
titles.
games. Yeah, their AAA titles like you said, God of War, Last of Us, you can
Horizon
throw
Zero
Uncharted in there,
Dawn,
Horizon Zero Dawn. Like they have their portfolio,
Uncharted,
and I'm not sure if I'm not sure, and they have
Ghost of
some new stuff
Tsushima.
coming out. Ghost of Tsushima, I haven't finished it. I love Ghost of Tsushima, but they have some. I'm not sure if they're scared to take a chance on newer titles and bring, Spider-Man. You got Spider-Man and Wolverine coming, so those are like people know who they are. But you're creating like I think a game that I was interested in, Forspoken, and I'm not sure they're scared of taking a chance on it if it's not going to be like a big build for it. Now, as far as Xbox, I love Xbox to the death, but it's just that this year once again everything they had planned has been pushed back. So next year in 2023, all these games that they've been promising have got to hit. And they gotta, I mean, they're gonna have like Starfield. Starfield's gonna have when it comes out, which I think it's not gonna come out until near the end of the year next year, like November or December next year. They said in the first part. I'll be surprised if it comes out before May. But I think Starfield's not coming out until like October, November, December of next year. What's Jeremy?
The
But
artist himself.
yes, very talented man. But I I honestly think trying to do something and Sony they have great studios. I'm not sure they just want to take a chance on new IP coming up with something different. And I don't know why, where you got or if it's the fact that it's trying to cash in on because a lot of their first party things are getting movies or shows. Ghost of Tsushima is gonna have a movie coming out soon, or not, well, within the next 2 or 3 years. Like I
Not with
said,
it.
Last of Us show, Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm cool
so,
with get shows, but I don't not movies, bro.
I
Not
mean,
movies.
I will say the only thing about that it's gonna have to be done right, but I honestly just don't know, man. Like I don't know what Sony's plan is. I know it's kind of money motivated, but at the same time, I don't know exactly what their plan is. If they're just they're worried about Xbox because with Xbox you got Game Pass, everything's coming out, and like I said, these
I
big
ain't gonna lie, I
titles.
want Game Pass to PlayStation. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like that's the only thing Xbox got I wanted. Because I'm probably gonna end up buying an Xbox, like depending on how these titles hit next year.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if I would love to get Game Pass on PlayStation, I would
right.
pay a premium price for it personally.
Yeah, yeah, and they have and that's one of the things Xbox really wants is to try to put Game Pass on everything, and that includes a Sony PlayStation. So I don't it's gonna be a long time before I see that happening, but it's something that Xbox won't. But
I'm with it. I want it
yeah, so we
real
can kind of
bad.
man, we can move on. So we talked about the remakes and stuff like what Sony's doing. So with it being the month of October, I know it's the end of the month. However, with the announcement that they just did last week about streaming the Silent Hill, all the new Silent Hill games that's coming out, and also the Resident Evil 4 that's coming out, like are horror games making a resurgence?
To be honest, I think for us to say yes,
They do. They do. It's coming, man. They
hey,
and they
don't do
just
that.
think about
Hey, don't do that because I'm already
it.
paying money for that. I'm already paying money for that. I don't even use it.
Yeah,
I think I
Sony
played Ace
does.
Escape.
Yeah, Sony does have more. Sony has more big name exclusives than Xbox. The thing
And
about
they act like
Xbox is they do,
they
and they should. They like I say they're the number one market leader. They should. You number one, bruh, and they trying to stay number one. So I completely understand. But
at the same time, and I don't have no statistics behind this, but Xbox is probably only really good in America and maybe like England and stuff. 'Cause I know
well,
in
no,
Japan, like
Yeah, Japan, and I think England. Actually, England is Sony. Is more so Sony focused. Xbox is like over here in America and in like South America. Like they have
Okay.
a big foothold over there. Yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So therefore, like I understand why like they probably throw their exclusive on there because they might not get played as much as they
yeah,
should.
yeah.
But Sir said he thinks horror games make a resurgence.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure. This might just be a coincidence. Like
I,
divine timing.
yeah.
But like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I remember playing Dead Space 1 and I was like, nah man, I don't even know if Dead Space 1 might have been Dead Space 3. I just had to cut it off. I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
See, why I says horror games didn't really leave though. They've been around off and on, but like I also, matter of
They
fact,
left
Dub
off
sent
my
this to
system.
me. They what?
They left off my system. They
So Dub sent this to me. It was like, so horror fans are gonna eat well next year in 2023. Like you got the Resident Evil 4 remake, Silent Hill 2 remake, Dead Space remake, Alone in the Dark, Alan Wake 2, Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol actually will come out in December. I haven't really played horror games, so I'm actually looking forward to Callisto Protocol. That's probably gonna be one of my first horror games that I play, or whatever. And then they have a System Shock remake. Those are just like some of the big ones that's coming out next year. So, I mean, they're coming back with full force. And that Dead Space, I've seen a little bit of the trailer or something from
it
the
looks
Dead
good.
Space remake. It
Good.
looks really good, really
It
good.
looks good.
So I'm gonna have to. I'm definitely gonna
I
have
know from that
to.
list. I know from that list. I know I'm playing 3. I know that Resident. Even though I said I don't feel like they need it, but
You gonna play
Resident
it?
Evil, I'm gonna get it. Because one thing I like about Resident Evil when they do their remakes, they're not $70. Like they'll do you a new
Hey,
game,
I ain't finna get no.
but they'll give it to you for 60. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Outlast, I'm down for an Outlast remake. I'm down
Okay.
for. I don't know if I know what Outlast is.
I know what it is. I've heard of it. I never played it, but I've heard of it.
For those who have not played Outlast, I've seen grown men holler in the daytime playing Outlast. You are. Let me give you the premise. You are a cameraman, and that's all you have the whole game. You don't get no
Oh
gun.
man.
You don't get your lick back. You don't get folks up off you. You are a cameraman. You run the whole entire game. The whole entire game.
Sir said Outlast is great. He said Outlast one and two. So
See, I couldn't
why?
get 2 kind of spooked me a little too much. All that demonic stuff. Let me
See,
put this down. I can't
yeah,
play this
why
at night.
said Dead Space was scary as fuck, and he had to play Dead Space in the daytime. And see, like yeah, I want to play Dead Space with at the same time stuff like that. So
It get to you like, bro, you get tired of running for your life.
man, but see, with in Dead Space, you got I think a laser gun or something. You got something to kind of fight back. So you know, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I'm
you
really
get your lick
interested.
back from Dead Space.
Yeah, I'm really interested in Callisto Protocol as well because it's actual the original creators of Dead Space. They're making Callisto Protocol. Like it's almost like a reskinned version of that. So yeah, I'm coming December. So I'm probably gonna wait because I ain't gonna play it right then. I'm probably gonna wait to go on sale, check it out sometime next year. But I'm definitely gonna play this. Probably be my first horror game, so I'm gonna get that out.
I'm probably do before you buy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not before you buy. I'm probably gonna look at one of those like before you buy to see if I'm gonna like it before I drop like
Yeah.
$60-$70. So and I'll probably and then like I said, you'll probably see me try it that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Sir knows a lot of horror games. I see.
Yes, sir loves the horror game. But he posted in the Blerd Syndicate chat last week when they did the announced Silent Hill. Man, he was really excited for it. So I love to see people
I ain't gonna lie.
get excited for games.
As an adult, I've been ready for that Silent Hill. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And it's like announced with like 4 or 5 games, 3 or 4 games. I know Silent Hill remake 2, Silent Hill F, another Silent Hill that's based in like 1960 in Japan or something like that, and it was something else. I think they also announced.
Isn't Hideo Kojima supposed to be working on one of them or something?
I don't know.
I see his name next to it, but I know like Konami had it and all this other stuff. So I've been seeing his name and Silent Hill close to each other. So I've been kind of hoping and praying.
He's supposed to be working with Xbox on a cloud-based game, or what have you. But speaking of Xbox, so we talked about it a little bit before about Fallout. So the makers of Fallout, which is Bethesda Softworks. So right now their main focus is getting Starfield out to the public or whatever, getting in the best condition without being super buggy. So that's their main focus. The Todd Howard, like the president and CEO whatever of Bethesda, said their next game after they release Starfield, it's already in pre-production. It's going to be Elder Scrolls 6. So, which is probably going to take another 3 to 5 years for that to drop.
I'll buy Xbox for that.
After that, he has said this thing gonna be Fallout 5. Now, under Xbox's umbrella, with them purchasing Bethesda and everything, they also have Obsidian, and it's arguably a lot of people have said it, Obsidian has made the best Fallout game, which is Fallout New Vegas. And
Fallout New Vegas was far.
So they have said, again, the lead guy at Obsidian has said he would love to make a new Fallout game. Now, Sir said, mark my word, Elder Scrolls gonna be ass.
Screenshot that. October 27th at 9:37 p.m. Screenshot that.
So, with that being said, they won't mind making another Fallout. Now, with them being under the same umbrella of Xbox, I'm not personally like a super Fallout head. Like I don't play a little bit of it. I didn't get really into it like that. But I know people that love that game, and I hate to see they kind of have to wait. It's gonna be 10 years before they put out another Fallout game. If they decide to only let Bethesda do it.
I'm gonna be almost 40. I'm gonna be almost 40 by the time that Fallout come out.
So unless they allow Obsidian, and what I personally think Xbox should do is create a new studio. I actually heard this on another podcast. They were mentioning the same thing, and they were like, Xbox needs to create a specific studio that basically only does Fallout stuff called Vault. They just need to call the studio Vault, from Fallout or whatever, and just let them work on Fallout games. But I know a lot of people want the people at Obsidian to do another Fallout New Vegas 2, or even like I think somebody at Obsidian mentioned they would like to do like a Fallout Louisiana or something like that. So, but I'm all for Obsidian and doing whatever they want to do, because Obsidian is actually low key dropping heat. Like we finally got to release a Grounded 2.0. It's like, and I played a little bit of Grounded when it was still in like pre-beta or whatever the case may be, what we had like it before it was actually full release. And Grounded is fun. They've actually added a lot more stuff since I played it. It's been over a year since I played it, but I heard nothing but good things about it. They got a new game coming out in I think a few months called Pentiment. These are guys who also create Outer Worlds. They got another game next year that's dropping, I think next year. Hopefully it drops next year, called Avowed. Like Obsidian is going to be, mark my words, I'm going to say Obsidian is going to be up there with like Sony's Insomniac once they give them a fee to it. They make some great games, great role-playing games.
Sound like they're going to be overworked, tired.
Hey, they put out stuff, and not only do they put out stuff, they put out stuff on time. They put out good things and it's on time. So we gonna see. But I like
CD Project Red, we're looking at you.
Man, wet. But we do have something about them in here. But with you being a Fallout person, Fallout head and everything like that, like would you rather have them? Would you rather get like Fallout New Vegas 2 just to hold you over to Fallout 5 or something like that?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like they're doing the right thing with the Fallout remake. Just simply because Fallout, I won't say it can be an entirely different game from your choices, but it can be an entirely different game from the choices you make. Like that last Fallout, without spoiling anything, my storyline could have went completely different if I had made a few different choices.
Yeah.
So like, and me being a person, I'm depending on how much I like a game, I'm a one and done it.
Yeah.
You give me this remake 5-10 years later that's supposed to be like a legit remake for PlayStation 5. Oh yeah. I've probably forgotten everything I've done. And it's gonna feel like a brand new game to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's that in my opinion, that was a smart remake. But
Yeah.
like I said, Last of Us and all this Persona 5 remake for the 4th time, and none of this stuff transfers over, that's not a smart remake.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, I know, like I said, Fallout 4 being remade or remastered, it's basically brought to newer gen consoles, and it's gonna fix some of the bugs and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm happy for the gamers that are getting it, man. It's, like I said, I know how beloved Fallout is for a lot of people. So yeah, I'm happy y'all getting that. But so you mentioned CD Projekt Red. Speaking of CD Projekt Red, they did announce like all the next Witcher. Kind of gave a little people of a roadmap, like kind of like what Marvel does. They gave everybody like a roadmap of what they're doing and what they're going to be doing. Yeah, they're going to be now. Once again, this is a remake. I'm actually for, because The Witcher 1 is not on consoles. I think it was just on PC. So it being remade, which is they don't know, it's going to be probably about 2 or 3 years before we actually get this game. But they're going to be remaking The Witcher 1 for consoles for the next gen or whatever it could be. And that I'm very interested. I like Witcher series. I like the story. I like I actually started reading some of the book, and I'm very interested in it. Yeah, I said why I said I want to make a Witcher 4. Yeah, it's coming. It's probably gonna be about 2027 when it gets here.
2040 sale.
But it's coming.
Witcher 4.
Man, it's coming. They just gonna be. They just gonna taking that time with it, but it's coming, man. But
that actually works out perfect for me because I've never. My little cousin gave me a Witcher 3, and I was like, I get to it when I get to it. And I never. And then when I picked it up after I picked up again, I had done something. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm at now.
That's what happened to me. And I started. I wanted to play it, and I was gonna start playing it. Then I heard they're gonna release a next gen patch, and it actually was supposed to come near because everything with 2077, Cyberpunk 2077, kind of pushed that back as well. So it should drop sometime next year. When they release that next gen patch, I am going to play The Witcher 3 in its entirety. I know there's one of my favorite games, Witcher 3, so I plan on playing that in its entirety and getting. Well, I ain't gonna do every side action, but I'm gonna play it to get the story and everything. So.
I think I'm probably with you on that. I'll probably start playing what's the next gen patch hit.
Yeah,
because didn't they have like long load times or something like that too?
I do know some of the load times were a bit long. I loaded it up initially, but why I said Witcher 3 came out in 2016, so a good next gen patch. Oh man, but and they spent most of the time from The Witcher 3 working on Cyberpunk 2077. And I just hope, and I think the reason I think Cyberpunk 2077 came out as buggy or as messed up as it did is because of the shareholders, the people over that wanted money. Like they should have gave them a little more time for that game. Instead of releasing in I think releasing like 20, instead of releasing it in that in December 2021.
Because I had COVID. It was 2020 because I had COVID, and I was like, that COVID sent me to the hospital. I remember exactly when it dropped because I was just sitting on the couch like, bro, I don't even feel like and I think that's another reason I just didn't like Cyberpunk because I was sick. Like I remember making my person being. I'm not even a big graphics guy, but I remember being underwhelmed with the graphics. I'm like, I thought this is supposed to be like You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
not like
Well,
this feels like PS3 a little bit, but okay.
yeah. So hopefully they should have just waited to 2021 to release that game. So, but hopefully they'll these people get them signed because they like CD Projekt Red makes some great games, man. And they have since went back and fixed it. They say if you play in 2077 now, with them releasing the show Edge Runners and everything on Netflix, they got an uptick in their people on their usage again. They went up to like I forgot the exact number, but they went up into the millions with people playing 2077.
I'm
Since
waiting
that,
for it to
since
hit that PlayStation free deal every month. That's what I'm waiting
man,
on.
hey,
That's what I'm waiting for it. Then that's when I'm gonna
I
start playing it.
I completely understand. I'm with you. I am with you. So well, that was all the main topics we had for tonight. But so let's get into. So what are you currently playing right now? What games are you playing right now?
I got that Gotham Knights. I'm playing that
Okay.
barely. I'll be playing Call of Duty. Well, I gotta actually have to. They gave me early access to the campaign on new Call of Duty, so I guess technically I'll be playing Call of Duty in 13 minutes.
Okay.
What else? I'm still playing Destroy Humans 2. Life as an adult, you just don't have time to play them like you used to. I was supposed to beat Destroy Humans 2.
Yeah.
Let's see. And yeah, in 2K, even though 2K is just something to do to pass time, because
yeah, I completely. I haven't. My homeboy bought 2K. I haven't actually played it yet, so that's it. So I've been currently playing. I actually just finished Sunday. Sunday. Just finished God of War 2018.
tell people how long you've been playing God of War 2018.
since like 2018.
I think I was in
Rabbit,
California. You were telling me you were playing that game, and I moved to
bruh,
California 2 years ago.
bruh, like it's
Was it 2 years
been,
ago? Yeah.
I was bad, but yeah, I finished God of War 2018, and I have to say it was a really good game, really good story. I love the story. I'm excited for I am excited for Ragnarok coming out. But played that. I had another over the weekend. I had another game I was able to play. Can't really talk about it. I'm on the NDA. Did a little bit of a technical test for a game. Can't really. So I can't really talk about that. But it was pretty fun. Been playing. Actually, also been playing. PGA Tour 2K23. Golf, man. It's kind of relaxing, and if you want a challenge, you can definitely put it on, increase the difficulty. I put it on like the medium, just leave it on normal and play. I have fun. It's relaxing, and of course, been playing Madden. I mean, my mom had my Madden league and stuff like that, so I've been playing that. But that's just normal. You know
You've
what
been
I'm saying?
playing FIFA too. You've been playing FIFA too.
I'm actually waiting on. I should be getting a new FIFA here in some work I was doing with a company. I'm probably gonna be getting a new FIFA soon. So I'm still handing out L's.
Yeah.
Still handing out hot
You can go to hell. Yeah.
still handing out hot L's in FIFA. You already know. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. So so let me ask you, so with everything that's slated to come out, so I'm pretty sure you're playing God of War or whatever the case may be. So, but give me, give, give me maybe the two games that you're excited for to drop in. Your next two games that you're mostly excited for.
What's the time frame?
I think you said within the next 6 months.
Next 6 months. Let's see. And so that question kind of caught me off guard.
My bad. You me answer or you?
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Hey,
That's one. That's one. And let's see. Damn, it's a few games that's coming out that I'm not now that just saying something kind of hit me, but I can't think of the names. And they're all they're like PlayStation exclusive. They're all revealed at like the last state of play. It was one game. It was like very anime-ish. It was like it was almost kind of like Bayonetta a little bit. It was very flashy, chick whooping ass type joint.
Yeah.
I cannot think of the name. It's a few games that's coming out that's kind of like
Yeah,
that probably has my attention.
I think Bayonetta 3 is dropping this. Is it this month?
3 tomorrow, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I thought she was dropping. I thought it was dropping soon.
I need to get that too, but I just don't need to add too much more to my plate.
Man, we ain't gonna, I don't want to talk. I'm with you, but yeah, I'm with you. You said the most. It's not. It ain't. It's a few games next year, but my only thing, like, granted, I plan on getting God of War Ragnarok. Well, I actually got a pre-order. I'm getting the collector's edition. I get one with the Thor's. I want the Thor's hammer, so I'm getting that. But my most anticipated game is Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, bro. Like it's 22 days. I'm down the days till I can get that. I can get it in my hands on my Switch and play it. Like that is what I'm excited for, bro. Like, because when that drops, everything,
I'm giving out L's.
Everything else is shut down. Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Black Friday sale. Buy one L, get another one free, man.
Hey, let me get my team built up. We can go at it. You already know. You know it's always about.
Like give me a Gengar now. You know that's automatic. Gengar always gonna be in my team somewhere.
I already know. And Sir said we getting Violet, man. Let's go, man. We can get this rolling. Let's go. We can get them game. I'm trying to get both on. Probably one digital and one physical copy. But yes, we can get it, bro. We come on, go everybody. I implore everyone to go get you a Switch or a Switch Lite. Bless you, or OLED or whatever you need, and get Scarlet and Violet, man, and come join the crew. Where we go.
I heard something about Switch Pro or something, but we can talk about that on the next show.
Ooh, man, they've been talking. But see, they've been talking about a Switch Pro for like it's been rumored for like the past 2 years. Like,
yeah, that's what the OLED was supposed to be, but it was just the OLED.
They got to come. I ain't gonna say they got to come out with something, because as granted, Sony may be like number one market leader, and like Nintendo is, I think they're like number two. Yeah, right behind them at number two. But the thing about Nintendo does what Nintendo wants to do. Like, you think Nintendo gonna go right, they gonna go left. Like, you think they gonna go left, exactly. So they like you never know what Nintendo's gonna do. Like, and with them announcing, I think the new Zelda game that's dropping, I think in May of next year, or like it's dropping next year. Like, they good. They said they dropped Zelda, and that's go sell whatever. And if they did put out a new console around the same time, will move. It's gonna move. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna move units. People go buy Nintendo games
because Nintendo, and the reason they do so well is because they have their own specific market.
They do. Oh man, they
have their own specific market.
They hit you with the family. Then they got other stuff that you can like.
They have your warranty titles here and there, like No More Heroes.
Oh yeah.
No More Heroes, I kind of like No More Heroes. It kind of reminds me of God Hand a little bit. God Hand needs a remake. And for some reason, this ever graces somebody's eyes, remake God Hand, please. Hey. Or at least put talk about the PS2 version. Let's bring back God Hand.
But yeah, so we kind of went over everything. This is the first episode of Victory Road, man. You got any closing statements or anything you want to say before we head out of here?
Walk with me, man.
And before we go, man, you know what I'm saying? With us being, presented by and part of the Blerd Syndicate, guys, going shout out everybody in the Blerd Syndicate for supporting and just coming through and chime in and be in the chat. Also, man, at Blerd Syndicate, we not only do podcasts, but we also sell merch.
Buy the merch. Buy the merch.
BlerdSyndicate.com. You know what I'm saying? Get the latest merch. And if you go right now and use this code, you can get 20% off your order. Right there.
I can't point at it. Yeah.
It's moving. It's moving. Yeah. So I don't have any real closing argument or closing statements or anything like that. But just want to thank everybody for tuning in and everything. So, and I didn't come with anything or didn't come with a new one, but gonna use one of the ones we kind of went over yesterday. So remember, everyone wins when you make it to victory road, man. So y'all come through, come check us out. Glad to have you, man. Y'all be classy, be great. We out.